This, the town of Lytton, where you're right, they did set a high temperature for all of Canada. And then I think it was the next day or the day after that, the town was devastated. The fire, it took out everything in that town, and people had minutes to get out of there. And listening to those stories of, people relived them and, where they were, what they were doing. And one lady was saying she was in a house and it was so hot that just it was hot already, but the heat, and they had tinfoil up on their windows to block out this heat, so they didn't even see the fire. And people were knocking and screaming, and luckily they heard that and they were able to flee to safety. But that's one of many stories. It was like car after car, and there were cars broken down on the side of the road. And this one lady I talked to, and she was older and quite frail, and her husband was quite sick, and she said we just couldn't do it. She said we had to stay on the side of the road and we slept in our car. And it was just heartbreaking to see this older couple, and they were in a beat up old car, and they had to drive all this distance. And we had another lady, and was going into the reception center in the morning, and she was already in the parking lot, and she had a 1964 convertible. I don't know what kind of car it was. And I thought, well, that's kind of an old looking car. And as I'm approaching the car, I see all these dogs in it. And she was sitting in the front, and I went up to her and I said, are you here for the reception center? And she said, yeah. She said, I didn't know where to go, so I slept here all night. And I was like, oh no. So all of a sudden she opens the roof of her convertible, and it's a 64 car, so almost as old as me. And there's these 5 dogs sitting in her car. It was like something out of the movies. But she evacuated, she took her dog, she had water, but she was exhausted and she just didn't know what to do, where to turn to. And, she came in and we got her settled in that. But yeah, just, there's so many different stories.